Hey there, my name is John Frechette. I am the CEO of Mora. Mora stands for Mother of All Research Assistants. We are super excited you've decided to try out the tool, and we have a goal to make literature reviews faster, more comprehensive, and more collaborative. We want to make sure you start out strong, so in this video I'm going to go through a demo, provide some tips and recommendations as well. Let's get into the product. I will first log in. And if this is your first time visiting Mora, I recommend just updating your profile picture and research interests. You can also add your Zotero and LibKey integrations here in 2 or 3 clicks. For the purpose of this video, I won't create a review. I'll just walk through an existing one and I'll try to do it very quickly. And so I will select this one, which has studies the effects of telemedicine on patient outcomes. We can see the overall dashboard. The first thing I recommend is actually jumping into collaboration and adding TAs, co-authors, lab partners, anyone you might be working with, and head back to the dashboard. There are a number of ways to add papers to Mora. First one I'll show you is search, where we've actually integrated our search engines into the site. You can use the build query button to come up with an automated search query based on the title and description you create when you start a review. Alternatively, you can import papers via PDF files, via maybe PubMed citations, or directly from Zotero. The library is kind of the heart of Mora. This is where a lot of the reference management functionality exists. When you jump to the library, you'll notice you have some basic metadata, some fields that you as a user update, and then some LLM generated fields as well. You can search across this, you can filter, but most importantly, you can add what we call paper enrichments. When you jump into paper enrichments, you'll notice you have menu options. I'm going to select, for instance, Semantic Scholars TLDR. I will select the OpenAI main findings prompt, and then maybe I'll decide on citation count. I will run these enrichments, and as I can see, they automatically populate for each paper. So, you can imagine kind of how powerful this can be. You can effectively extract or source from another vendor almost any metadata field you want to for each paper. Once you've finished up with your library, you can head over to our structured literature review workflow. Screening is effectively title and abstract screening. You can mark priority levels, assignments, tags, etc. Then you move on to full text review. Here, maybe the most exciting feature is that as you're actually reading through PDFs on our interface, you find an empirical result you think is really interesting. You can highlight that and save it down as an annotation, which is then saved into a database. So it's actual text data you pull from the PDF. You can also look at paper details here. Evidence synthesis involves a few different features. One is an AI-generated analytics page, which really just highlights the top methodologies and top findings across your library. The findings feature allows you to actually, via kind of an inventory of your papers and annotations, work through your list and cluster papers and annotations into findings or themes. And then finally, your outline tab is just where you can sort of architect the layout of your paper and explicitly add findings, paper citations, and annotations to each section. And then lastly is your export. You can export your whole review, or you can maybe select just your library and export that into an Excel table. So that is the quick tour. We really hope you'll enjoy using Mora, and we're always looking for additional feedback and suggestions. So thanks for watching. Happy researching.